Sup guys, Kosh here, and today we will take a look at the new Xapys visual guide to Stargazing Priorities by Xapy and Duck version 2.0. This is new, like there is a new approach here, so we'll take a look, and I've seen a lot of my guys in the Discord asking questions on how it should be used, so we will explain how it works and I will give my comments on some points if there will be any. Let's go. So okay guys, what's the Stargazing Priorities? That's the order of how you should summon heroes in the Stargazer that will allow you to spend resources more efficiently. In this guide we have Cursed Realm recommendations, PvE recommendations and PvP recommendations. So based on which path do you want to focus on, some of the options will be different for you. Let's make it full screen, it will be easier to see then. Because otherwise I'm pretty sure that reading this on the phone will be goddamn horrible. So there it is, as full screen as I could make it so you guys can read it with me, because I know on the phone it might be problematic. So yeah, let's go. How to read this guide? Basically the main idea that, as I told you already, you will start here with the universal gazing priority and then you will move on to different options based on what you want, and depending on which path do you want to take in AFK Arena, you will go one way or another. Personally, for the free-to-play guys, I would advise, well, we will get to the recommendations a bit later. There we go. So the key, this is kind of what means what: elite, legendary, mythic, ascended, number of stars and challenger store. So you start, as always, in all the Stargazing priorities I've read with twins, with one Mortas copy and then Lucretia. The recommendations here are elite as far as I understand, but I would advise you guys to get elite plus copy of twins and Mortas as soon as possible. That will help you a lot in your progression. And it also says here that if you would like to participate in the Abyssal Expedition event, then you will need to take both twins and Mortas to at least Elite Plus. Gotcha. So right, let's move on. After you get twins, Mortas to Elite and Lucretia to Ascended, then you have three options. You can either go PvE, PvP or Cursed Realm route. Honestly, like, my option will be always PvE because it's kinda balanced. Then PvP isn't a cup of tea, is my cup of tea, and it won't work for most free-to-play guys because you will be faced with the whales. Cursed Realm, you can get enough rewards from there by default, and like focus on that mode is kinda weird in my opinion, but it's up to you to decide which path to take. So how do you read this? You go from one side down, back, down to another. So yeah, you basically go snake-like on those, from left to right, then from right to left, and so on. Not really convenient in my opinion, but okay, I'm not here to talk about the usability, but let's go over the options. So on the first route, straight away for the first three heroes, I can see significant difference here. So we get elite copy of Mehira here for PvE, for Mehira Charm Team, then we'll go straight for Alna, then for Khazard for Mythic for signature item. There's a normal route of things. That's how the previous Stargazing priorities were, so PvE is kinda the same. For PvP and Cursed Realm it's all different. For PvP you go straight for Ascended Alna, then for Lucretia 1 star, then Athalia 1 star with the challenger coins. I don't know about that. Like, in reality, if you only wanna do PvP, that might be an option, but who wanna do only PvP in AFK Arena? That's a small part of the game, you wanna do everything. For the Cursed Realm you would like Mythic Twins, Mythic Mortas and Halis at Elite after that. That's unexpected because, well, Halis is really used in the Cursed Realm quite a lot, and he is a really interesting character that's mainly not used anywhere else early on, so that might be one of the options. If you want to build Halis in other modes, he is on the third row only, so over here for PvE and here for the PvP, so it's way below. So I think I will go through each of those separately. I'm sorry if the moves around can be a little bit chaotic, I'm experimenting with things here. So PvE, let's go over each of the lines. So Mehira, then Alna, Mehira at Elite, Alna, then Mythic Khazard. That's good. That's how I went basically with the PvE route, because campaign progression for the players, when you have 5 chapters, 5 enemy fights at the later chapters, it will be really hard. So you really want to use everything that you can to push properly. And campaign rewards now give you additional rewards after chapter 38, where you will get additional Mythic Valley rewards. So it's worth it right now. And the PvP rewards aren't that crazy in any case, so yeah. Then after Khazard we go for 1 star Lucretia, then we get this guy to Mythic, then we build up Zolrath. Well, you should start building up Zolrath with those legendary store from the start, because as you can see here, the source of getting Zolrath should be Challenger store, and I think by this point, if you don't get enough copies of him, you should do Stargazing. My opinion, personally, don't do that. If you here, just keep building him with this Challenger store buys and move on to the next step, because it's very expensive for the free-to-play guy to get him like that. And you will need to build a lot of other heroes after that anyway. And you really want to get Halis anyway. So yeah, after that, you move on to Mehira to Mythic, so she will get signature item. Then you build Halis to 1 star. That's crazy. That's actually pretty fast. And that's new. That wasn't here in the normal wishlist. So that's pretty cool. I like it. Then you get Lucretia to 3 stars. So she will be stronger. I mean, nothing really crazy changed, but she will get additional stats and all that. Then you get Zolrath to 1 star. By this time, probably you will be able to get enough copies of him from the Challenger store. Then Ascended Mehira. Then you get this guy to 1 star. I think his name is Frampton. Yeah, Frampton. And that's new hero as well, so you need him here. After that, you get Zephrel to Elite. Then you move on to getting this guy Mortas to 1 star. And what's that? I still have no idea what it is, but maybe you guys know and let me know in the comments. I'm curious. Moreover, then you get Zephrel. Moreover, Zephrel will get to Ascended after that. Then 5 star Lucretia. Then Athalia at 1 star. That was long time before we saw her here. And then Twins to Ascended. I'm so glad that Athalia is still in the list after the, like, she's the first Celestial hero in the game, and it's nice to see her here. Anyway, guys, this is the order for PvE, and my personal opinion that it's like the order for someone who just started out. If you already have the heroes built up to some point, you shouldn't finish them up though. If you have Telin at, let's say, Legendary Plus, you can get her to Mythic, because that will unlock her item that she needs, the signature item, and that will make her so much stronger. But if you are at Mythic and you want to get her to Ascended, she is not in the list. If you don't need her, don't do that. That will cost a lot of resources, and you most probably won't use her after that. So go for this order. That's my advice for you, more or less. Like some things here are questionable, like 3 star Lucretia. This is for very, very late chapters, but honestly, like, my personal progression for PvE right now, for someone who played the game since the start, is somewhere around this point, where I've got Lucretia to 1 star, I've got Alna, I've got all those guys, so I'm on the second row, basically. I've got this lady to Mehira to Mythic already, but yeah, I'm kinda here, still, even now. So, you won't be able to progress this really fast unless you're waiting. And by the way, guys, take a look at this. The portraits are actually facing the direction of the arrows. That's really cool and helping to understand how it works. So yeah, now let's move on to the PvP list. Here it's different order, like it's totally different heroes. Alna, Lucretia, Athalia, 1 star for those guys. Alna just Ascended. Then you move on to Twins to Mythic, because they will not die that fast after that. Then you get this guy to Ascended using the store. So here, first you buy Athalia, then you buy Aziz. So you don't go for Zolrath here. So Zolrath isn't an option for the PvP at the early stage. That's really interesting. Then you move on to Mortas to Mythic, so those guys can take the beating before they die. After that you get Twins to 1 star, so you can engrave them and get everything. Then you get Halis to 1 star, then Aziz to 1 star. Basically, the progression here is so weird. Then you finally get to Zolrath with 1 star, then Zephrel 1 star, then Mortas 1 star. So as you can see here, most of the heroes are getting to 1 star as soon as possible, because you are very limited in the amount of heroes you use in the PvP, and you want to get those guys to the highest stats possible so you can compete. Get them furniture, get them signature items, get them the engravings. After Mortas we get Frampton, then Morel, then Athalia to 3 stars, then Lucretia to 3 stars, then Zolrath to 3 stars. After that we finally get the Telin. Is it Awakened Telin? I'm not sure. Nah, probably it's a normal Telin. You can Stargaze Awakened Telin, right? After that you get, oh my god, you got Flora here from the chest. So all the chests with Flora should go to Flora. Then you get Alna to 1 star, finally. Then we got the new Audrya. to 1 star. After this we got, what's his name? Xikis to 1 star, then Morel to 1 star, and then after this you can continue with the list wherever you want, like get the stars on your heroes, because all those guys at the bottom seems do not need it. So we got Butcher here, Ortas and Titus, yeah. So those guys are kinda here, and they are not really needed in PvP because of their low damage, although Butcher can do pretty good crowd control, but okay, I'm not here to discuss this. I'm not good at PvP, like I'm free to play, so I have no place in PvP. So this is the PvP list here. My opinion, in the PvP, it's right that you focus on some specific heroes and build them up till the maximum so they can be useful. I think this is mostly for the Legend Challenger tournament, and this is definitely not for the free-to-play guys, because free-to-play guys can't really compete really well out there. Moreover, by going with this route, you will sacrifice a lot of stargazing for the heroes that are really useless in the PvP for a while, and like Athalia, for example, she is barely useful right now in the game. So outside of PvP, she is like, and you will spend so many resources on her instead of getting someone who is really useful in a campaign, tower progression, Twisted Realm, all that, like boss fights, abyssal expedition. So you know, this is very specific route that you might want to take only in case if you are really eager to go PvP. Let's move on to the most important and interesting part, the new one, Cursed Realm. So Cursed Realm is a new mode, and here you gotta be really good with your heroes in order to compete properly. We all want to get that badge with like 50%, 20% top, but it's really hard to get specifically for the free-to-play players. Let's see what heroes should be stargazed for that. We start with the twins, then Mortas to Mythic straight away, because otherwise they will die pretty fast, I think. Moreover, the signature item will help quite a lot. Then we got Hales, as I already said, he's really useful in some teams, so that's pretty good. Then we got Lucretia. Lucretia 1 star, that's going well with any game mode, so that you won't regret that. Then we got Khazar to Mythic, then Twins to Ascended. After that we get Hales to 1 star, so he can be upgraded, Ascended, getting the furniture. So he will be stronger. His obelisk will try to decimate enemies. He's a pretty useful boss hero that is kinda used quite often, so I understand that. Then we got the twins to 1 star, so they can be engraved. And after that we get Aziz to Ascended and 1 star from the Challenger store. So that's interesting. You still want to summon this guy even if he's not built yet from the Challenger store. And for this list you gotta summon him from the Challenger store from the start, so he's your first go-to guy from the Challenger store. After that we got Telin. What the hell is this? I don't know, maybe it means she's a heal, I don't know. Let me know in the comments once again if you know what those icons are. Then we got Ortas, Flora. Finally we got this lady. That took a while for her to appear here. So Alna is taking quite a long time to get to the Cursed Realm. Then we got Lucretia 3 stars. Then we got Zephyr 1 star, Telin 3 stars, Telin 5 stars. Then we got Audrey, then Xikis, then other heroes. So we finally see this guy over here. After Zoroth we build Mehira to 1 star, and then we finally get Leofric. We never saw him anywhere else beforehand. So overall, yeah, for the Cursed Realm the list is totally different. Here it is. Things to consider. Challenger store. Heroes should be built naturally via the Challenger store in the event that the player arrives to this hero's priority in the guide and has not ascended them by that point. They may consider gazing them. They may also ignore the Challenger store hero and move on to the next Stargaze target if they deem the hero do not have any immediate relevance in the current meta landscape. So that's what I said. If you reach the point where you gotta stargaze the hero who is being got from the Challenger store, you can ignore that, because mostly you will get less benefit from getting him from the Stargaze than building up from the Challenger store, so that's usually the thing. Mortas engraving provide him with extra attack speed. This allows Mortas to use his grid skill more frequently and ult at a faster pace. The difference between Mythic and E60 Mortas is marginal in modes with artifacts. hence he is given a lower priority. However, in modes that artifacts are disabled, the attack speed from his E60 engravings plays a significant role in the speed of ults and make him a real difference. Players who prioritize non-artifact modes like Heroes of Vesperia, Abyssal Expedition, Hunting Fields, Temporal Rift, and so etc. may consider Mortas 1-star earlier. That's interesting. I had no idea about that. That's a new information and that's pretty cool. Talin card. Talin pairs best with Mortas, who requires her to be the hero with the highest combat rating of the team. This makes her a very expensive unit to build due to the fact that without stars engravings, Talin will usually have a lower combat power than Halis and Silas at 1-star. She may either be hired as a merc at 5 stars E60 or be gauged early to 1-star with heavy investment into engravings, if you use her with Mortas though. This is because of Mortas' furniture. After using the skill Time Suspension, the ally with the highest combat rating, excluding Mortas, is able to move normally on the battlefield. So, if you use Mortas with the furniture, you want the Time Suspension to get the right hero who will do the damage. And allies' haste will be increased as well, so that's important. And it's really hard to get, I guess. Heroes with the Stargaze icon can be gazed or skipped later, so that's basically non-essential heroes, I guess, non-essential upgrade. And Temple of Time icon. Temple of Time heroes can be gazed to 1-star when the player ascends a particular hero to Ascended as an immediate priority, or they may also skip the stars for a later time. I have no idea what have to do with Temple of Time, but okay. I guess you guys got it. Ah, there we go. Temple of Time is a different thing down there. So let's take a look at the Challenger store. Basically, this is just the priority of the heroes from the Challenger store, how they should be acquired, in which order, as PvE, PvP, and what's that, the Cursed Realm order. Basically everywhere Da Vinci is the first, and then, only then, you go for Zolrat. That's unexpected, that's new, that was different back in the day. You wanted to start with Zolrat. Then you go for Athalia, then Aziz, then, only then Merlin, that's unexpected, then Ortas, then Flora. So that's the order for the PvE. For the PvP, it's a little bit different. First you get Merlin, then Athalia, then Aziz, then Zolrat, then Da Vinci, and only then Flora. For Cursed Realm, the list is even more complex. Da Vinci, Aziz, wow, that guy is here so early. Ortas is in the top area over here, and then Flora, and only then you get the rest of the heroes. For the lab store, obviously you get Arthur here. After that you get the chess and the signature item, and then you build Melusina, and only that you get Wukong. So if you have extra Labyrinth store coins, that's how you kinda do that. It's kinda the same for all options, other than for the Cursed Realm you get Melusina and at the second spot. For the Temple of Time though, we got Awakened Aziz, then Awakened Talin to Legendary. I think that's the normal summon. Then you build Awakened Talin, then you build Awakened Aziz to 1-star. That's really hard to build, so for free to play guys, it's not an option. Honestly guys, you can do that, and we will get Awakened Thane soon, so I wonder how he will fit in here and how this area will develop over time, because getting Temple of Time heroes for the free to play guys is probably not a thing. That's really hard to do. Here we got 1-star Talin, then 1-star Awakened Aziz, and here we got Talin to Mythic, then Talin to 1-star. Why there is a different order, and then Aziz to 1-star. So why I won't recommend the free-to-play guys to build Temple of Time heroes right now, because the resources there are really limited. You can't get time emblems using the diamonds other than 1 per day, so you can't do summons with the diamonds, and you won't be able to build those heroes for a while. And then if at one moment we will get someone like Ainz type of hero, you know, the hero who will be really overpowered and really useful in the meta, like really recommended everywhere. For the free-to-play guys, it will take even longer to get them. So if you will spend all your accumulated time emblems, like you got 100 by now, you will be able to get the hero to, I don't know, Legendary Plus. So you need, I don't really know, we need to do the calculations, but I think it's about 300 to 400 time emblems in order to get the proper hero, proper ascended tier hero, and you need them to 1-stars as well. And saving those up will take forever. and when you get the hero, you will get the time emblems ready to get that hero straight away. That's my thoughts on this one. If you have different opinion, let me know in the comments. So that's what I think about the Temple of Time and overall idea of Awakened Heroes. So yeah guys, that's about it for now. That's a great guide right here. I really liked it. And also, sadly, on the Reddit, Xapy said that this is the last guide for him in this year, so probably he won't do any more guides, and that's really sad. We are losing a really good guide maker right here. But the burnout is real, guys. That's why I recommend you guys, if you are getting the feeling of burnout from AFK Arena, try different other games, play something else on the side. Don't do one game at a time, because that will burn you out at some point, that's for sure. You will lose interest in that. And yeah, special thanks to Xapy and Duck for making this guide and making this fantastic visual for this one. I really hope you guys enjoyed it and got something new over here. Now we know the positions of all the new Celestial and Hypergean heroes in the list. We got the order of dimensionals and everything, so hopefully you guys learned something today. And yes, let me know in the comments what have you learned, if you like this guide or not, and if you have your own comments for this guide. I'm eager to see them over there. While you're going to the comments, don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends and guildies, subscribe to the channel, make sure to hit that bell button so you won't miss any new videos, and check the pinned comment and the video description for the links. We have a bunch of those over there. We have playlists, we have more guides, we have a lot of useful things over there, so you will find something for sure. Make sure to join the Discord so you will get a notification straight away, because YouTube is kind of weird with those. So you can join the Discord and click subscribe to the notifications over there, and you will get everything straight to your Discord. Don't worry, I'm not spamming stuff over there too much. So yeah guys, thank you very much for watching. That's about it for now. Stan Kosh out. Have a good one. Bye.